Hello everybody, today's May 27th, 2011. I don't know if it bothers you, me doing these films like this, but I don't really have a choice. I have the sun at my back, so it'd be a huge glare if I put the camera, set it on the dash and pointed at me. So I'll just hold it here and talk. This isn't going to be too long. I wanted to mention that I've been talking to some different people, and I feel like I'm back in 2004, 2005 again. Back then I was telling people that the housing market was going to collapse from those two books I keep talking about. Those books I read, they laid it all out. It was common sense. You see the information, and it was obvious. It was obvious that we're gonna, it was unsustainable. Just a huge bubble was gonna pop, and I feel that way now when I'm talking about the biggest bubble in the history of the world, the currency bubble. The whole world on paper money, and it's just one huge bubble. It's all debt. It was just one huge debt bubble, the biggest bubble in the world, in the history of time, and the best way I know to protect yourself from what's going to come of that is holding precious metals in your possession. That's one of the best ways I know you can possibly do it. And a lot of people, for the people that don't, like your family who doesn't want to listen and they just don't care, they think, well, the government, they'll take care of me. They always figure things out. I'm worried about, I got my car payment tomorrow, or got to go get groceries, or I got whatever, my favorite show's coming on tonight. They just have more important things. This is so huge, it's going to affect everybody. I mean, if they want a precursor, they can just look what's happening in Belarus. Hyperinflation's hitting those people this week really hard. They just devalued their currency in half. People are they've been rushing out and buying whatever, toasters, microwaves, getting euros, dollars, because they knew that their national currency was going to be able to buy as much tomorrow as it could today. That is, coming to a industrialized or modernized country near you. I mean, that's what's coming. That's the result of all of this money. That's just, not even money, it's nothing, just monopoly, nothing, electronic digits, paper money. It's a huge joke. And I can't believe I didn't see it till last night, but I finally saw the American Dream film, a little half-hour cartoon that this guy named Lumpkin, I believe, him and some other guy put together. That lays it out. I mean, I wish there was a film like that for the housing market that I could show people, half-hour film, because they weren't going to read books, and they weren't necessarily going to listen to me. I wish I had a film like that. I could hand them discs. Say, here, you want to understand what's going on? Watch this. I mean, that little film, everybody in this country needs to see that little film. They did a good job laying out the history, where we were, what's going on, and what we're up against. This is pretty much what this channel is all about. This is what we're up against. That's why I just did my 100th film on Hugo Salinas Price, because what he's doing is trying to get silver back into the hands of the people. It's always been the people's money. Gold's always been the king's money in the large transactions across, between countries. But silver's always been the people's money, and we need to get silver back. That's, run alongside this paper joke. I don't know, but we're up against some powerful forces. The forces that tried, were persistent in getting central bank into this country, and on the third time's the charm. It's been there for 100 years now, the Federal Reserve. That's why I think Ron Paul's so courageous and writing his End the Fed book. And this whole End the Fed, you know, we have to end the Fed. There's no... The American dream's the American nightmare if we just continue on the road that we're on. So, I wanted to mention that. I mean, I'll look for a link to that movie, but man, that's a must-watch for everybody, for every American citizen. That's just a must-watch. They have to. That's what I've been trying to do with this channel for almost 2 years. Is just explain a lot of that stuff to people, and man, they just threw it together there in half an hour. It's I think he said it cost like $350,000 to create that little half-hour film. But you know, I'm thinking, you know, that's like something I'd want to purchase a bunch of CDs and give them out as gifts, or you know, or just hand them out. Man, I wish I had like 100,000 of them. I could just stand on the corner and just hand them out to people. Say, here, this is something you need to watch, and you need to think of the implications of this, and you need to think about what you can do for your family. You've been sold a bill of goods. You know, it's been in secrecy, and the secret is being revealed finally. There'll be apocalypse. You know, to me that feels like what the apocalypse is. This whole 2012 thing. It's an awakening. That's what the Mayans are talking about. An awakening. There's an awakening to what's been going on for hundreds of years. To me, I don't know. Maybe I'm late to the party, but in the past 5 years, I've just totally woken up, and this stuff's not I know this stuff hasn't been mainstream. Most people don't know this information. I mean, they're learning it. They're learning it the last, you know, 5 years or so. People are learning what's happening with this whole secret that's been going on with inflation. How it just steals your wealth. It's a, you know, a silent killer over time. And people are waking up to these things.